I would like to speak today on shadow work and our spiritual health journey, where our spiritual and health journeys are completely intertwined. Shadow work is the bedrock for spiritual alchemy and the reason our health and spiritual journeys are inseparable. It is shadow work that allows us to surface the aspects of our subconscious and unconscious mind that enable us to heal at the level of our subtle bodies. And it is our subtle bodies that manifest to our physical vessel. As such, through the healing of our sacred wounds of our emotional body, there is an effect on the vitality of the physical body. And throughout the shadow work, we may utilize our philosopher's stone, that of our quantum heart oscillator, that through coherent frequencies of unconditional love heals ourselves on all levels: spiritual, mental, and emotional. I wish to now introduce the Ætheric lifestyle. The Ætheric lifestyle is a framework for spiritual alchemy that connects us to nature, thus allowing for us to come to know the message of the medium named ether. And so what is ether? Ether is spirit, an organizing force and the medium for light, that oneness from which all electromagnetic polarity arises and returns, that from which our ego arises as it hides in the shadow of our subconscious and unconscious mind, the oneness of one love and quintessence of pure awareness, the message of the medium for light, that light is sound and God is love. And so light does not propagate through a vacuum. Instead, it propagates through the panpsychic consciousness and medium of the universal mind, that of the ether, a medium of balanced polarity and oneness that can never be physically measured within our U-inverse of polarity and illusion of separation. And so, what is the Ætheric lifestyle? The Ætheric lifestyle is a framework for spiritual alchemy that consists of 27 lifestyle practices. Each lifestyle practice corresponds to an elemental force and chakra energy bridge, such that we come to know each of the 4 elemental forces of nature by heart. And as this occurs, so too do we come to know the quintessence and oneness that is ether, the message of the medium for light, and our dream of separation revealed. The Ætheric lifestyle is a guide in our spiritual health journey as it regulates our production of E-DMT, our endogenous psychedelic of dimethyltryptamine. This is our ether molecule that facilitates our deepest shadow work by degree, allowing for integration. And through our embodiment, we ground to see the light, mystic experiences without psychosis. Physically, our increase of E-DMT is largely due to optimization of our mitochondria and pineal gland that share a circular relationship. And through the shadow work that increased E-DMT facilitates, our chakras and aura return to coherence, thus reactivating our 12-strand DNA and innate spiritual abilities. This is Kundalini rising. And with this spiritual alchemy, our divine masculine and feminine energies are balanced within us. And in so doing, creative energy rises up our spine, our light body is activated, and duality consciousness is transmuted into that of oneness. Our dream of polarity is revealed by the oneness that is the ether. And so with the Ætheric lifestyle, each elemental force has a primary principle with a corresponding chakra energy center. It is this elemental primary principle and corresponding chakra that determine the 6 corresponding etheric lifestyle practices for the lower three chakras and the bridge of our heart chakra. Our root chakra corresponds to the elemental force of earth, where the primary principle is that of form, and the corresponding spiritual ability is that of embodiment. Moving upwards, our sacral chakra corresponds to the elemental force of water, where the primary principle is that of the womb, and its corresponding spiritual abilities are that of lucid dreaming and astral projection. Our solar plexus chakra corresponds to the elemental force of fire, where the primary principle is that of transformation, and the corresponding spiritual ability is that of manifestation. Moving up to our heart chakra, that acts as bridge between our lower and upper chakras, and is the center still point of our toroidal aura. The heart chakra corresponds to the elemental force of air, where the primary principle is that of movement, and the corresponding spiritual ability is that of clairsentience, or clear feeling. It is here that through the movement of air, we integrate our inner standing of love. The remaining upper three chakras correspond to the ether, or quintessence, where the primary principle is that of oneness. Here, the throat chakra has the corresponding spiritual ability of clairaudience, or clear hearing. The third eye chakra, clairvoyance, or clear seeing. And the crown chakra, claircognizance, or clear knowing. The 27 lifestyle practices are as follows. The root chakra and earth elements lifestyle practices are earthing, communing with nature, embodied form, proper posture, salt consumption, and healthy boundaries. The sacral chakra and water elements lifestyle practices are circadian rhythm, moon cycle adherence, dream and active imagination journaling, sexual temperance, sound or energy healing, and cold exposure. The solar plexus and fire elements lifestyle practices are sun exposure, fasting, high vibrational diet, affirmations, chanting and humming, and heat exposure. The heart chakra and air elements lifestyle practices are breath work, open-heartedness, embodied movement, exercise, stretching, and dancing. The remaining upper chakras all correspond to the ether, and each have a single lifestyle practice. The throat chakra's lifestyle practice is that of art, due to its coherence coming about through authentic expression. The third eye chakras is that of white tantra, due to the role our divine energies play in the alchemical wedding between the lunar seed of our pituitary gland and the solar seed of our pineal gland to produce our endogenous DMT. And lastly, the crown chakra, that has everything to do with our presence within eternity, has the corresponding foundational lifestyle practice of meditation. So that completes the 27 etheric lifestyle practices 6 for each of the 4 elemental forces of nature and lower chakras, and 1 for each of the 3 upper chakras corresponding to the ether. And so here I would like to leave off with a little poem. Sunday, in the spirit of ether, where 9 is divine, a message of the medium and beginning to an end. There is no 10, only 1, root to tree and fire from soul, where rods and cones, they open pine cones to breathe in the ether and see the all's light.